Saturday, January 6th, Solid Age gave us one of his Discord airport AMAs, which gave us a little glimpse into some of the things the team is looking at and a bit more info on raids. Normally I do these in question and answer format, but I'm going to try something different. Let me know what you think. With that said, let's jump in. First off, real quick, from our Eventide Currencies, we know that imbuements are going to be turned into gold. So if you have a bunch of things to turn into the Plunderful, go ahead and do that and get your imbuement. We don't know the conversion rate though, so don't expect to be a millionaire. This upcoming week, as of posting this video, we will get a little mini roadmap covering the next 3 months from January to March. I'll have a video on that when it drops, so make sure you are subscribed. Throughout this AMA though, we do have an idea what's coming in these months. We can expect to see new systems come online that will also be another place aside from the coin and event shops to obtain cosmetics and memory fragments. We learned that the job board will be a spot for increased and exclusive rewards, so we may see some of those cosmetics we just talked about. The team is constantly working on game performance, and there will be some more improvements coming which will hopefully increase inventory and housing limit space. Weapons are constantly getting tuned and balanced, so we can expect some nerfs and buffs. I hope they do a repass on the ranged weapons, as I think they are overcorrected too much on some of those, like having something called a long shot have the same firing distance as a burst rifle. Grindle will be out before the end of the first quarter and will be coming with a reward tower because that is another way to obtain them. The reward towers have always been said to tie into a character's release. We still may not see everything drop as one big update like previously announced, but with this upcoming info covering 3 months, I think we may see more weekly or bi-weekly updates, like some content drop, then the focus will be on hot patches or optimizations and fixes for 2 weeks until the next drop, but we'll see. Before we hop into the raids, here are some quick info that couldn't really be categorized. There is a progression system for mounts being worked on. They are also working on mass crafting gloomstones instead of just the one at a time that we have to do now, and I can't wait for that. Masteries are going to be replaced with the archetype system. Pyre and other events are going to be on a global timer. I remember them saying they will have a toast that pops up so people know when the bosses are up, so hopefully we see that as well. They have a hardware mouse coming that Solid says is Chef's Kiss, which makes me think they are continuing their partnership with HyperX and are going to have their first physical merch-like item. Will it be better than a Logitech G502? It's my current mouse, and I think it's pretty solid. And the next evolution for pets will be in Skylight. So they may be able to get some fresh air soon, which reminds me I still need to get that turtle. Alright, let's talk about raids. Raids are designed to be something that players want to do for more in-game content and a really hard challenge, but aren't going to be considered required content to get any major items like vestiges or parts. They will have exclusive cosmetic rewards tied to them to show that you have retrieved greatness. If you played Final Fantasy XIV, you can think of it like how Ultimate Raids exist for those who like harder content. The rewards are just glam pieces that look really cool. Currently, raids are going to be 5 fights, so I'm wondering if they're going to be trash pools or more like Winter Spring and Warcraft where you just kind of go to each of the bosses, or will it be like Final Fantasy XIV where you have to queue for each boss separately? They are talking about mythic hunts and raids having a leaderboard system. Rewards won't be tied to it, so it'll mainly be for bragging rights, but there are some hardcore players, so they may like that. There may be a power limit in place, so you can't just queue into a raid underpowered hoping to get carried. And Solid also put out a challenge, unintentionally of course, by stating that if you go into the raid without a proper comp, you won't be successful. I feel like he's underestimating the skill of the player base and that you should expect some pretty borked builds during the raid release because the new ecosystem won't be released until after raids are. Be sure to look out for some of those crazy build creators like Atlantis and Wayfinder Training Force if you are interested in those kind of builds. I've been streaming on Twitch on the weekends if anyone wants to come hang out, testing out my talkative stream bot, playing Wayfinder and other titles. So we're going to buy some times and say hi. And until next time.